Is there anything I can say or do to get you to drop that gun and comply with my lawful order without me having to shoot you? So I'm sitting in my jail cell. This dude walks up to the cell, and he's real nice, wearing like a polo shirt that said LAPD on it and had his thing, And he says, look, I'm not here to ask you any questions about your case. I know you're getting out in a couple days, and I'm not here to do any. I just want to know. I've been looking at your case file, and you seem like the guy that was not going to give up. Because we had SWAT en route, and you have a history of shooting at the police. I'm like, so I'm like looking up and saying, yeah, what you want, man? And so he asked me something, and he said, what made you put your gun down when the police came at you? And people see these videos, the cops told him 100 times to put the gun down. After the first 3 times, all you hear is blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. You don't even hear what these motherfuckers are saying because the adrenaline's pumping and you're just looking for an opportunity to shoot them before they shoot you, But this old dog, after they had, all these guys yelled, put the gun down, put the gun down, put the gun down, put the gun down. It sounded like, it started to get to a rhythm to it. It was like, put the gun down, put the gun down, put the gun down, I'm getting ready to, yeah. But the old dude, the old officer came up, and I would say old, but he was older than these motherfuckers. And I know the SWAT's en route because I got a police radio. So the dude is up there with the wheel gun, and I'm thinking in my head, I better be careful because these dudes with these wheel guns, they know how to shoot. Dude has got the thing aimed at me. I know he could drop me if he wanted to. I know it. Nipsey, is there anything I could say or do to get you to comply with my lawful order to put this gun down that you got without having to shoot you? Is there anything I can say or do to get you to drop that gun and comply with my lawful order without me having to shoot you? So I was like, oh shit. And it broke my chain because I was in the mindset of this is the last motherfucking day. And I was like, yeah, stop calling me motherfucking Nipsey Washington. Cause that used to piss me off back then. I don't know why. I mean, I know it's my legal name and shit, but I was going by Jigga Jones, Jigga Jones, I was Jigaboo Jones back then though. So I said, man, just call me Jigaboo. And he said, oh, okay. Jigaboo, can you put the gun down and can we? I said, well, all I'm gonna do is go to jail. Fuck that. I'm ready to shoot this one out. I was stupid. Fuck, man. I mean, now here I'm in my 40s. Now, who would have thought, So he's talking to me, man, and then he wasn't just talking at me. Drop the gun, drop the gun, drop the gun, drop. He was saying, hey, is there anything I can do not to have to shoot you so I can go home today? And he was like, we learned stuff from you, man. He says, unfortunately, you're better than we are. He says, we have a hard time catching you. So they bring all kinds of resources. He says, the city has learned a lot of shit from you, how to respond, how not to respond, which was funny because he was telling the truth because I was good, man. And the police had learned, they crashed cars trying to get at me. And at the time, and you've seen some of these videos on the internet, man, because we was filming this shit because it was funny. They had a special task force, a SIS, some kind of special stuff that was sent out to come to get me. But since at the time I lived out of the city, they was having trouble. Anyway, he was like, man, he says, you're funny, man. We like you. I mean, you laugh at us. You call us bitches on the radio. And he says, you're about the funniest thing we've got. And he's like, maybe you'll come back one day and be a comedian. I'm like, comedian, fuck that, And now look at it, right? So he talked to me, man, like for real. And maybe some of it was he wanted to go home because he was like, hey, my shift's going to end in, a couple hours. I stopped doing that voice. That's disrespectful. So yeah, so the dude asked me why did I put the gun down, and the reason why was because the guy actually talked to me instead of at me. They had been chasing me for years in the city of LA, and a dude was like, is there anything we can say or do to get you to comply with my lawful order today without me having to shoot you? And that process broke all the shit I was thinking about, killing all the motherfuckers. How many will I shoot before they get me? Will I be able to run and shoot as I'm getting shot? I mean, I was thinking all this fucked up shit. So yeah, the problem is, I think with law enforcement today, and I'll tell you from a criminal's perspective, you don't usually get that. I've dealt with a whole lot of police. Everybody knows, here, you've been arrested 80-something times. Yeah, I know. But I will tell you something. The older cops that they used to teach, yeah, they beat your ass. For real, but they would talk to you instead of at you. And the dudes today were like, stop resisting, it's mechanical. Stop resisting, drop the gun, taser, taser, blip, blip. At that point, you just make a noise. You're not talking to me. You know, I'm in my head, I'm thinking about gangster movies, I'm thinking about all this shit. And if you can't break through that with that, they had to engage me. You know, and some of the cops would talk your name, you know, but this dude was like, yeah, you know, we learned stuff from you. And then, because I was, you know, it was a thing. When you heard Jigaboo Jones on the radio, on the police radio, people were like, oh, here we go. People, ooh-wee, you know. But yeah, so it was just, I would say, life experience, because the cop was cool enough and smart enough to realize that I was ready to die. Nothing they was going to say to me was going to not have me come out there and start dumping. And they knew it.
AY553, be advised, I just lost a suspect in the northwest alley south of Main Street from First. Suspect is Jigaboo Jones, male black.